Hello Malaysians, welcome back to my channel. Thank you very much. In this video, I would like to give my Merdeka Day message with the title of The True Flag of My Life. Now, unfortunately, this Merdeka, some politicians have made the flag to be a weapon for their popularity or their party's popularity, or to threaten certain race with the idea of not being patriotic or even to the point of being traitorous. These people or these politicians seems to act very slowly or not at all when it comes to flag blunders of their own race. They are always targeting one particular race, and this is a very sad thing. The sadder part about it is also many people of a certain race support this politician, and this makes the idea of our Merdeka to be very shallow. For me, Merdeka represents more than just the flag. It's not just the flag fluttering in the breeze. It's about us, all of us. The Merdeka that we sought, the Merdeka that we live with, the Merdeka that we fought for, the Merdeka that we're going to die with, is about us. And that's why my message today is about what I'm thankful for and what I'm grateful for to all the Malaysians who have made me who I am. First of all, I would like to thank my teachers in primary school, Sekolah St. Mark, Sekolah Rendah St. Mark Primary School in Butterworth, where they have taught me, and I remember all of them were non-Malays. The Indians, the Chinese, and all of my teachers who educated me and took care of me. In the sense that we don't have bullying, we don't have very bad things happening to us for 6 years when we were children. And I remember fondly all my teachers. I also kena rotan dengan cikgu for talking in class and all that. And I also have some differences with my friends. In my class, we are a mixed group, Indians, Chinese, Malays. In those days, it was a well-mixed classroom. So I would like to record my thanks to all my teachers, and they made me who I am as part of the journey of life. Secondly, when I went to secondary school, I was just a year and a half in Sekolah St. Mark Secondary in Butterworth. But then I transferred to Sekolah Menengah Jenis Kebangsaan Huo Lian. Now, it's a Chinese vernacular school that receives support from the government. I found myself in a sea of 2,000 Chinese students. And so almost all of my teachers, again, were non-Malays, mostly, of course, Chinese this time. I only had, if I remember, 2 Malay teachers. Even my Bahasa Malaysia teacher was a Chinese man, Mr. Yong, if I recall. And I had good advice from my form teacher of Form 4 and Form 5 Science, Ms. Lam, and a host of other teachers. The frightening one was Mr. Pera, Indian teacher. And then the mathematics teacher whom I couldn't understand a lot, Mr. Ui, I think his name. I had to really learn mathematics, additional maths from my colleagues or from my friends who were my classmates. Of course, they're all Chinese. Most of them went overseas and became doctors, most of them doctors and other things. So tomorrow, in fact, I'm going to be celebrating annual dinner with the Huo Lian, and I will be the single Malay in a sea of, again, Chinese old people like me. So these are my friends, these are my teachers, and they made me again who I am. And when I received 6 A's, I was able to embark on my next chapter of life, which was in the United States, having the scholarship from Public Works Department, JPA. And here I would like to record my thanks to the original founders of UMNO, of MCA, of MIC, who agreed to the idea of the Dasar Ekonomi Baru that had given an opportunity for a poor Malay boy, the son of a police constable with just 650 ringgit a month salary with 6 children to feed, to actually go to a far off country and learn many things. I've always said that my Islamic understanding is from the United States, not from Malaysia. The good understanding, of course, I think maybe the bad ones are in Malaysia. So my formation of political thoughts actually started with the Islamic reform movement that I discovered in the United States, not only political but also intellectual. And this has formed a very strong basis, and why people say that I sort of defend the non-Malays in a lot of my talks. See, I'm not defending non-Malays. I'm just trying to be a good Muslim. And the Muslim or the Islam that I learned from reading the Prophet's life and also reading other books explained to me that in order to be a good Muslim, you have to be fair to all, not just to your Muslim brethren, but to all human beings. That is what God wants. Now, some politicians put a greater emphasis on the one particular race, their own race in Islam, and I definitely disagree with that. Even though certain muftis are very silent on the issue, which makes me very sad. Professors of Islam also silent on the issue when certain racial streak comes up in certain Islamic issues. I don't agree with that. And so I would like to thank all the political parties, as I said, MCA, MIC, and UMNO, and other parties, all multicultural, multiracial, giving the opportunity for Malays to come into a better, mature situation. After that, I would like to thank my employers, who were University Technology Malaysia, part of the government of Malaysia, and there my colleagues who were mostly Malays, but there were also a few Chinese, I think 3 or 4 of them, who helped me to navigate through my first few years of academia. I've always said that in academic life, nobody's there to teach you except yourself. And so we don't have any teachers institute. You have to learn and go through with advice from your senior people. And these senior people are, as I said, they're Chinese and also Malays. Don't think I have any Indian. No, there were none. So that was University Technology Malaysia. And when I have an optional retirement, I come into UCSI University, of which the Department of Architecture is very multicultural and also have more Malays, but they also have a group number of Chinese and also Indians and Sikh. And I'm blessed because the head or the leadership of UCSI then had trusted to actually employ me, when at that time the public universities were shunning me because of my writing, which seems to put the idea of fairness to non-Malays, non-Muslim, to them is a wrong thing, which is very, very sad, because we expect intellectuals to transcend race and religious extremism, but apparently in Malaysia it doesn't happen like that. They become more entrenched, they become more conservative, following the political narrative propagated by UMNO with the leadership of Tun Dr. Mahathir and also Najib Razak and all those leaders after the original leaders of On Jaafar, Tunku Abdul Rahman, Abdul Razak, Tun Abdul Razak, as well as Tun Hussein On. These were the okay ones, and after that, well, you know the story. You have one of them inciting racial hatred just so that he could be popular, as well as using the flag as an excuse and as a weapon. Now, I also would like to record the doctors who have kept me healthy and also put my health back. For instance, once I had a very serious problem of stomach bleeding, and Chinese doctor, forgot his name, was there. And also when I went through a very serious anxiety disorder to the point of panic disorder, so my psychiatrist was also Chinese. Very excellent doctor who guided me through it, and I made it through after 4 or 5 years therapy, and also soul searching, and come out being better than I was. The anxiety disorder, panic disorder is a certain condition that perhaps part of what we call midlife crisis that actually transforms us, and luckily with the proper advice, if not, it would have destroyed my career. Also my doctor who had put stent in my heart, it's a Malay, it's a Indian Malay, I think. And then recently I had gone through a kidney, kidney stone operation, non-Malay doctor. So I think we need to admit that a lot of people were there to actually help us and put us together. And even during the time of our fathers and our grandfathers, all of this we need to take into consideration. There is a tendency among our Malaysian citizens to actually think that they are there because of their own race, whether they are Malays, Chinese, Indians. They seem to be polarized and comfortable in their own race, and when a flashpoint like the flag incident comes, or the Kuil Hindu incident comes, and then we find that we are actually not trusting each other, and then we wonder what happened. Is it the politician? It's not the politician. Well, the politician is one thing, but it's a lot about us. If we don't say the real thing, that we are grateful to all those around us, even maybe we did, the young people growing up in their own race, I can see that, but certainly not us at the 63, 70 years old. In our generation, we had help from other races, so we need to acknowledge that. And if this Merdeka, the flag of our life, is this acknowledgement that we have. And finally, I would like to say thank you to all my editors, Free Malaysia Today, The Star, Sinchu, Borneo Post, even Utusan Malaysia. All of them are of all different races, and without an editor to actually check your work, and you'll be like the influencer who are spreading wrong things and also destroying the country. Yes, you may get a lot of viewers, but certainly you're not going to have a country much left after that. So with that, this Merdeka, the true flag of my life, is the people that have made who I am, the people who have made who my parents were. They have helped in so many ways, and we need to remind that the flag of our life is not a piece of cloth. Whether you put it upside down, whether there's a few stars, whether there's a few stripes left, that's not it. For me, what is the true flag of our life is what we have in here in terms of understanding. We cannot survive alone in this country. You cannot survive with your own race even. You cannot survive with your own faith. You need others. That is the humility of being human beings. Some may say, oh, you're a Muslim, you must only trust your own kind. I don't believe that. The Prophet Muhammad had to have help from his uncle who's not a Muslim. That alone is a single most important. Without his uncle, not sure if there was a prophet would be left, because he would be murdered by the other tribes. So again, the king of Abyssinia, who was a Christian, had to help the Muslims. If not, they would have been massacred, and there would have been very few Muslims left at that time. So where is this idea that you can only survive with your own race? Where is this idea that you must be superior in terms of political power or economic power, and others must be subservient? This is a sick attitude, but it seems to be an acceptable political attitude, not only among politicians but also among academics that I know. And there is an institute of academics just trying to divide the country by saying the supremacy of a certain race, and I'm very sad that it happens to academia. I always hope that the university would be the builder or the rebuilding of this nation. Apparently, university is not doing anything like that. So with that, I would like to again thank all of those who have made me who I am, and I hope this Merdeka will send a message. The flag is not a piece of cloth. The flag is not some colors on a piece of cloth. The flag is what we have in our heart. The flag is what we are grateful for. The flag is what we acknowledge that we cannot live alone. We must have all of us together. As the Malay saying, berat sama dipikul, ringan sama dijinjing. So with that, happy Merdeka, flying the flag of our lives. Thank you.